Hello everyone! In today's video we're gonna choose a phone from the box of motherboards and screens that we're gonna turn into a handheld gaming console. But before we begin, let's say thank you to PCBWay for sponsoring today's video. Power up your projects with PCBWay Arduino compatible products. Whether you're building a smart home gadget, a robot, or an Internet of Things prototype, PCBWay has all the Arduino related products that you need to bring your idea to life, fast, easy, and affordable. With a wide selection of boards, shields, sensor, modules, cables, and more, fully compatible with official Arduino hardware. It is ideal for prototyping and learning, perfect for students, makers, and developers. Get your components delivered anywhere quickly. Visit PCBWay.com to explore a full range of Arduino related products and take your innovations to the next level. Link down in the description below. So we have here a box full of motherboards and screens and a lot of components from different old phones. But today I would like to take this Nokia motherboard. Is a Nokia N86 motherboard and screen. So I only have this. As you can see, I have a lot of motherboards and screen with no case. So let's turn this into a portable gaming console. But at first I want to show you something. You can see here, this is a problem that all the old devices have, or they will have in the future. The ribbon cable, which will be broken. Now there is hope for this because I think it's only the first layer of the ribbon that is broken. So the circuits they seems to be in good condition under this. But of course we're gonna have to try to power this on and see if it still starts. So let's connect this back and see if we can get it started. Okay, so I'll connect my power supply. These two should be minus and this one should be plus. And now if we press the power button, it vibrated and we got image. So even though the ribbon cable is almost broken, the phone still works. Now in order to preserve this phone, because actually you can't find replacement ribbons for such an old phone anymore. So once this is gone, the phone is gone. So in order to preserve it, we will need to not slide it again. So I don't have the case anyway, but it was a dual sliding phone. So you could slide it like this, or you could slide it like this to reveal the number keys. And here there are some multimedia keys such as play, pause, fast forward, and back. So in order to preserve it, we need to keep it close in one place and never touch and never slide it with this weak ribbon. So for that, we're gonna at first design a case. Okay, so the 3D printing is now completed. So let's talk a little bit about the design. I made here 3 holes, which will be, this is the option button, this will be the back button, basically the function keys, and this one here will be the menu buttons. Here we have the power button, and here we have the D-pad, and here we have 4 numerical buttons. It will be the key 2, 4, 6 and 8. And here we'll have the trigger buttons. Basically this one will be the OK button, and this one will be maybe number 5 or any number key from the keyboard. Here I made some cutouts for the speaker, and here I made basically the plastic replacement from the screw, which was actually very successful, as you saw in the last console that I've made, in the Palm gaming console. It worked pretty well, so I'm going to keep using them because, yeah, still I don't have small screws anymore. So let's now put the small PCBs, let's mark them, drill them and solder the buttons on them. Okay, so let's mark the spots. With the buttons now soldered, let's determine the pins with our multimeter. Okay, so sounds like I'm going to have to solder a lot of wires again. Let's start with the D-pad. I've soldered all the buttons, everything is now connected. So what we're going to do now, we're gonna test the buttons very carefully, because since I don't use screws anymore, once I will put this in place and I will melt this plastic to hold the PCB, if one button is not working, then it means I have to break the plastic to get them out. So I definitely don't want to do that. I have to make sure that everything is now is working, and for that I'm going to power on my power supply, and this one should be the power button. So let's try to power it on and test everything. So let's test the number buttons. 6, 8, 4, 2. This one should be 5. This trigger. Yes, it's working. Let's try the soft keys, these 2 buttons. This one should be the back button, and yes, or clock. Exit, yes, it's working. This middle one is the menu buttons. Let's see, option is working. Okay, and the arrow keys, so right, left, up, down. The power button, of course, it's working. And one last thing, the OK button, which is basically this one. So now, okay, everything is working. We power it off, and now let's put it in the case. Before we put the battery and close the cover, there is one small detail that we need to take care of, and that is the sound. So for the sound, I'll use this small speaker that I don't remember exactly where I got this from. I think it is from a Sony Ericsson phone. I'm not very sure, but we're gonna solder this speaker here and here. Something like this, and we're gonna now put it here because we make these holes for the speaker anyway. So yeah, we should put sound, and we're gonna fix it in place with a drop of hot glue. Something like this. Okay, so I have here a battery, and a back cover that should hold everything in place. Okay, so this is it. So let me clean the hot glue a bit. Okay, so let's take a look at the design at first. So yeah, it's a classical shape of a handheld gaming console. These are the gaming buttons. These are the this is the menu key, and these are the two soft keys. This is the OK. Anyway, let's turn it on. So this is OK. One thing I would like to mention, I forgot to, when I made the design, to make the hole for the SD card, so I had to drill it and cut it separately. And even so, I still have to push the SD card inside with a tweezer because it's too deep. And also when I remove it, I should do basically the same things. This is basically, this is needed for putting the apps and the games basically that we're going to test inside. So let's give it a quick test. The buttons 6, 2, 4, 8, 5, OK, back, menu, options, cancel, OK. This is the OK button, OK, back, and the arrow keys, which are working perfectly, and the power button. So yeah, everything works. Everything works perfectly. So let me just copy the softwares on the SD card, and we'll see what we can get from this phone. Okay, so we put the SD card with all the games. So let's start with Game Boy. So here we have a Game Boy Classic, black and white. So yeah. Yeah, so Game Boy run without any problems. Let's try the NES. Yeah, the triggers, this trigger is the start button, this one is the select button. Feels really nice in the hand, and the AMOLED screen really makes the game look good. Yeah, so NES runs without any problem. Let's go to Super NES, to Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo runs fine, but it does not emulate sound. I don't know why. We don't have any sound. This game is quite addictive. So yeah, Super Nintendo runs good. Let's go to Game Boy Advance. This game, Ghost Rider. So yeah, Game Boy Advance runs also pretty well. Let's try Sega Genesis, since we are in the 16-bit console area. It seems I didn't configure the keys here. Actually, I realized the big mistake that I've made when I choose the keys, the buttons for this. I did not put the green button, the call button, as well as the C button, the clear button. And those two keys, the green button and the clear button, are needed in some games. The clear button is used as an escape key, and the green button is used in some games for choosing the control option. So since I did not include those two keys, in some games I have limitation. Like in the Sega Genesis emulator that you just saw, I cannot go back and I cannot set the keys because there is no escape key, and the escape key acts like a back button. So there's no way I can there's no way to set up the buttons for this emulator. But other than that, the emulator runs perfectly. The graphic is fine, the sound is fine, everything is good, except I can't set the buttons. So with that being shown, I would like to show you the PC games. So we start with Doom. I'm not sure which button I pressed, but it seems I turned off the sound. The music, sorry. So there is sound, but no music. I managed to rotate the screen also. So yeah, anyway, Doom is working. Also, I installed Duke Nukem 3D, and unfortunately at this game I have the mistake that I told you. There is no escape button and there is no green call button, which means I can't really do too much. Like, I can't move the arrow keys, I cannot select new game, I can't do nothing, because without the green button I cannot select the controller option. Green button in these particular games that are using the SDL, they have different control scheme, like to control the mouse, the cursor of the mouse with arrow keys, or the arrow keys will work like a keyboard, like some keyboard arrows. So yeah, I can't really do nothing. So yeah, the only thing I can do is just exit the game. However, not all the games have this problem. For example, Quake does not have this issue. So here we have the arrow keys to move. These are the start button, lock up, lock down, and fire button. So let's give it a shot. So yeah, Quake runs without any issue. It runs perfectly. Let's try Quake 2. The controls are the same as in Quake. The start button, lock up, lock down button, and the fire button. So yeah, this was Quake 2. Last but not least, let's take a look at Hexen and Heretic. These are the PC ports for Symbian. It's a direct port, so the game is exactly the same as it was on the PC. Okay, so let's take a look at Heretic also. Again, we have the issue that I told you. There is no there's no escape button, so no way to configure the button, the keys. The arrow keys are working by default, but anything else like the fire button or start or lock up and down are not working, and I can't set them because there is no escape. This is the problem of these games. So with this being said, let's take the last thing that we're gonna take a look at is the Engage game that we tried on the N95 gaming console, which is the game called One. So, with this being said, I would say it's a pretty nice gaming console. It feels really good in the hand, with the exception that I forgot about those two buttons, the green call button and the clear button, that are actually needed in some games. And yeah, because of that, we can't really map the buttons of some old games like such as Hexen, Heretic, or Duke Nukem. So next time when I will make a Symbian gaming console, I have to keep that well in mind, that the green button and the clear button are actually very, very much needed. So in the end of the video, I will let you with a tech demo, which is actually the intro of the Quake 2. So, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video.